Mikaela Shiffrin, the queen of alpine skiing, faced a devastating crash in Vermont that left her with a puncture wound requiring unexpected surgery. With her season in doubt, her resilience has turned the spotlight on one burning question. Could this be her greatest comeback yet?
You had Mikaela Shiffrin going for her 100th career World Cup victory, but she falls short because she crashed on her final run of the day.
When Mikaela Shiffrin crashed during the Killington World Cup Giant Slalom on November 30th, 2024, the world of alpine skiing collectively held its breath. The crash itself was dramatic, but what followed was even more surprising. Shiffrin sustained a puncture wound, a rare and serious injury in the sport, along with severe trauma to her right oblique. The news sent shockwaves through the skiing community, with many questioning how such an unusual injury could impact one of the greatest athletes in the sport.
Get up, and she kept not getting up, and I was like, okay, I bet there's something more going on.
Shiffrin later updated fans on social media.
Something stabbed me under her fingers.
Puncture wounds are uncommon in skiing because the sport typically involves high-speed crashes that result in bone fractures, concussions, or ligament tears, rather than penetrating injuries. Shiffrin's accident, however, was an exception. The puncture wound to her abdominal area created a unique challenge, particularly as it affected her oblique muscles. These muscles play a crucial role in skiing, especially in disciplines like giant slalom and super G, where skiers rely on their core strength to carve sharp turns at incredible speeds. A damaged oblique muscle isn't just painful, it directly hinders an athlete's ability to generate the torque and stability needed to compete at the highest level.
Saw this huge issue that was in ski racing, in that people weren't focusing on safety, and we wanted to change that.
Shiffrin herself acknowledged the novelty of her situation in an interview, highlighting that there isn't much precedent for this type of injury in ski racing. She noted that while similar injuries are seen in sports like baseball or hockey, the demands of skiing are entirely different. The sheer force exerted during turns in a giant slalom or super G is unmatched, making it difficult to predict how her recovery would unfold. This uncertainty compounded the concerns about her return, as her team had no established blueprint to follow.
Clean out that puncture wound. She posted on Instagram yesterday saying she's making progress in her recovery. It's still unclear when the two-time Olympic champion might return to the World Cup circuit.
As 2025 began, Mikaela Shiffrin's recovery journey started to take a more positive turn. On January 1st, she gave her fans an exciting update through a video on social media, showcasing her progress in the gym. It was a moment of hope for the skiing world, as the once uncertain outlook of her return began to shift toward cautious optimism. In the video, Shiffrin was seen moving, sweating, and working out with visible determination. Her words captured her excitement. "I can move and sweat and use my body, which is so exciting." The road to recovery had been anything but easy. Shiffrin revealed that her current focus was on rebuilding her strength and conditioning, all while staying within the limitations imposed by her injured obliques. Long hours in the gym and rehabilitation sessions became the new normal as she worked tirelessly to regain her fitness. Her progress was evident, but she was quick to acknowledge that she wasn't fully out of the woods yet. The recovery process was about balancing optimism with realism, celebrating the milestones while respecting the challenges that lay ahead.
That's good news, as the skiing star made this announcement more than a month after suffering a deep puncture wound in her hip area. She was injured at the Killington World Cup at the end of November.
What stood out most was Shiffrin's mindset. Despite the grueling nature of her rehabilitation, she radiated positivity and gratitude. She set a goal for herself to make easy turns on the snow within a week. For an athlete like Shiffrin, this step wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. It represented a return to what she loves most and a critical step in her journey back to competition. While the idea of easy turns might seem minor to an outsider, it was a monumental milestone for someone recovering from such a complex injury. The implications of her attitude cannot be overstated. Recovery from any serious injury requires mental fortitude, and Shiffrin's positivity serves as a reminder of why she's one of the most admired athletes in the world. Her excitement about small victories, like simply being able to move and train, is infectious. It also sets an example for others dealing with setbacks, showing that progress, no matter how small, can be celebrated. As the Alpine skiing season progressed, one question loomed large. Could Mikaela Shiffrin make a competitive return before the World Cup season ended in March? For fans and analysts, the answer seemed to hinge on two critical factors: the pace of her physical recovery and her ability to adapt to the demands of skiing after such a unique injury. Recovering from an oblique injury is no small feat, especially for a sport as physically demanding as skiing. Shiffrin's strength and stability, key to executing high-speed turns, had been compromised. Her training updates showed significant progress, but she acknowledged that there was still a little ways to go before she could ski with intensity. Pain management and fitness were ongoing challenges, and her team was taking a cautious approach to avoid setbacks. Skiing is unforgiving, and even the smallest misstep could jeopardize months of hard work. Shiffrin herself remained cautiously optimistic. While she didn't rule out a return this season, she was realistic about the hurdles she faced. Her words reflected her balanced perspective. There's a little ways to go before I'm ready to truly ski with intensity, from a pain and a fitness perspective. It was clear that she was determined to give herself the best chance, but she wasn't going to rush the process.
There's really sharp edges and people fall and land on them and then get cut, and there have been a lot of people who have had really, really close calls with not making it after these injuries.
Mikaela Shiffrin's career has been defined not just by her incredible victories, but also by her ability to bounce back from adversity. One of the most notable examples came in January 2024, when she suffered a harrowing crash on the Olympia della Tofane during the World Cup season. That accident could have been the end of her season, but for Shiffrin, it became another opportunity to show the world what she's made of. Barely 2 months after the crash, she was back on the slopes, competing with the same intensity and drive that have defined her career. Her quick recovery from the Olympia della Tofane crash wasn't just about physical healing. It showcased her mental toughness, which might be her greatest strength. Shiffrin is known for her meticulous preparation and laser focus, traits that have helped her achieve consistent success in one of the most demanding sports in the world. When faced with setbacks, she doesn't dwell on the negatives. Instead, she shifts her focus to what she can control, whether it's rehabilitation, conditioning, or mental preparation. That mindset has allowed her to overcome challenges that would have sidelined most athletes for far longer. The resilience she showed in 2024 wasn't an isolated event. Throughout her career, Shiffrin has faced various obstacles, from injuries to personal losses, yet she has always managed to come back stronger. Her ability to turn setbacks into comebacks has earned her not just trophies, but also the respect of fans and competitors alike. It's no wonder that her current recovery from the puncture wound and oblique trauma has so many people optimistic. If anyone can defy the odds and make an earlier than expected return, it's Mikaela Shiffrin. This time, the stakes feel even higher. The nature of her injury is unprecedented in alpine skiing, and the road back to competition is full of uncertainties. But if her past is any indication, Shiffrin's determination and work ethic will be the driving forces behind her recovery. She has already shown remarkable progress, and her positive outlook is as inspiring as ever. It's not just about getting back on the slopes, it's about proving to herself and the world that she can overcome yet another obstacle.
Now things were looking good for the Burke Mountain Academy alum. She was in the lead heading into the second run and had the opportunity to potentially clinch the century mark, but she clips a gate.
Mikaela Shiffrin is standing on the brink of history, just one victory away from her 100th FIS World Cup win. It's a milestone that few athletes in skiing, or any sport for that matter, ever come close to achieving. The fact that she's within striking distance of this monumental achievement adds another layer of intrigue to her recovery story. For Shiffrin, the 100th win isn't just a number, it's a testament to years of hard work, dedication, and an unrelenting passion for her craft. Reaching this milestone would solidify her place as one of the greatest skiers of all time. While her injury has temporarily put this goal on hold, it could also serve as a powerful motivator. Imagine being so close to something historic, knowing that with just one more victory, you could etch your name even deeper into the record books. That kind of motivation is hard to ignore, and it's likely playing a significant role in Shiffrin's determination to recover quickly.
As for the rest of the field, it was a big moment for Sweden's Sarah Hector, who grabs her first career Killington Cup victory. But even she, after the race, was thinking about Shiffrin.
At the same time, there's an undeniable sense of pressure that comes with chasing such a monumental achievement. Fans, commentators, and even fellow athletes are watching closely, eager to see when and where that 100th win will come. The anticipation creates a unique kind of excitement, but also adds to the weight on Shiffrin's shoulders. It's not just about winning another race, it's about doing it in a way that reflects the incredible journey she's been on. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.